Diddy Combs, aka the Diddler. On Friday, he was officially sentenced for his two felony counts after his loss during his trial in the summer. Now, to give a quick refresher, he was on trial for some very, very serious charges, a RICO, in fact, with racketeering, sex trafficking, and conspiracy on the docket against him. But of the charges he also had some charges which were a violation of the Mann Act, which is effectively transporting prostitutes across state lines to engage in sexual acts. Now, he was able to beat the RICO charges, which are the very, very serious ones, because they would not only have had him doing possibly life in prison, they would have had him losing all of his wealth and fortune as well. But again, he could not beat the violations of the Mann Act. Now, going into the sentencing, some of the guidelines for the violation of the Mann Act are about up to 10 years for each count. Now, he had two counts, so he could potentially have done 20 years for those alone. But the thing is that most people who get prosecuted for violations of the Mann Act do not actually serve that kind of time. So he was in this very, very weird situation where the prosecution wanted him to serve about 11 years or 10 years in time, and his defense wanted him to get away with time served, being that he already did about 14 months behind bars while awaiting his trial in the first place. What he wound up getting was 50 months, which is about 4 years. And remember, since he had time served, that means that he's about 3 years left, and at worst, he's getting out in 2028. Now, he was not happy of this, and there's actually like pictures out there of him breaking down at this point and crying in court, with it kind of being a sad situation for him, considering before the sentencing, he had his family go up there and testify on his behalf to say like how much of a good dad he was, how much of a changed man he is, and all these different things. And he spoke to him being a changed man, and that he would pretty much never take his family for granted again. But at the same time, I mean, considering some of the things that he's done in the past, I feel like there was really no way for him to get out of this without seeing some type of time, besides the time he's already done behind bars. Also, he has a $500,000 fine to go on top of all that. Now, listen, this guy at one point was either a billionaire or close to it, so I'm sure whatever that fee is, it is pretty much a joke to him.